the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jackson now to return. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Second down, here's Mostert again. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got some space here. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. It's Hall, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 20. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And he'll find Hall. Able to slither by. Touchdown! And up top he goes. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we'll tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff running left is Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. It feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, Wilson. Open man is Uzomah.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
These two teams all tied after one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's off the mark, incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
On 2nd down, it's Hall. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. Wilson's got it complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. On 1st down, Hall. And he's taken down inside the 30. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down now, it's Hall. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Got a man here. It's Wilson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. On 2nd down, it's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Second down, here's Mostert again. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Nifty move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Hall. A gain of 3, second down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 10.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Oh, a good move at the 5. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. And they'll run again. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On third down, Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 190 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Tua on 4th down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tua. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. Boy, shifts past him. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's to the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33.
Defensive explosion leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets,